Welcome. I am the one and only MSJ, Max for short, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is a haul video, but before I kind of tell you what I bought from Target, Best Buy, and as well as Barnes&Noble during their 50% off Arrow and Criterion collection. I didn't get no Criterion, just to let you know, right off the bat, but I did pick up a few Arrow videos. I have a little bit of news to kind of throw out there. On July 21st at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to be joining I Am the Ice Lord over on his channel for a stream. So it's going to be very, very exciting to do that. We're going to be reviewing a Serbian film. I filmed an intro to that video a while back when I first got that movie, and it was like before I had actually watched it. So I'm like, I watched it, or I sat down in front of the camera, did my quick intro, and I'm like, I'll be back in like 10 seconds to tell you what you need to know, that kind of spiel. And then I never went back to do the second part of the movie, and I was just like, I don't think I can do this by myself. And so just kind of held off on it, and I'm glad I did. And then I was talking to I Am the Ice Lord, and it's like he's starting to get into like more streaming, and like this wouldn't have been like, and I told him like I'm thought about doing a review for this and for this movie, and then we're like, let's just do a stream together and talk about it. So I'm like, you know what, that's perfect. So July 21st, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, or Central Time. Join us for the stream of reviewing a Serbian film. So, and a quick shout out to my friend Lockhart, who got me this hat for when me and him go out to go like figure hunting and stuff like that. But just finding time to go actually do that. But I felt like this hat is just kind of just sitting there. So I'm like, you know what, this would be perfect for these type of videos, for these haul videos. So when you see me wearing this hat in this video, that means I've actually purchased something, and I'm going to be purchased some things. I'm going to be showing it off. So, the first purchase for today is a trip to Target. I've actually seen this quite a few times. It's not as like exclusive as I thought it was going to be, because I've seen it out quite often, and even like a couple months between like going out and shopping, it's still there in stores. So I'm like, okay. So yesterday I finally like broke down and bit the bullet, and like, you know what, it's gonna be a good purchase. So I finally bought the Ultimate Edition of Batista. Like, this is a Target exclusive. I'm not going to unbox it or anything because that I just don't like unboxing figures. That's just not my thing. But I do like showing them off of the purchases. So like, this actually is a really good figure. I'm kind of sticking only to Ultimate Editions now and AEW figures. So I'm just really impressed with this particular. I remember this night, like one of the two contracts, when he was going to decide on when he was like, I think he was still with Evolution, and he was going to decide either Triple H or John Cena. I think those are the two. And then he did the whole thumbs down, and he chose Triple H, and the crowd went nuts. And I just remember that night. I remember watching that. That was a lot of fun. So this is kind of like, I'm gonna kind of go back and forth between the two purchases that I got from Best Buy and Barnes&Noble, because they are kind of the same thing. But my first purchase from Barnes&Noble was American Werewolf in London. I have been wanting this particular edition for a while. I've only seen like the standard Blu-ray, but I really, really wanted like the one that comes with the book and everything. And so this is how it would normally come. And then it's like in 4K as well. So I'm like, oh, it's going to be a purchase 100% of the way. So it's like, you got your little postcards that I always enjoy. Like, I don't really use them. Oh, hi, Kemper. I don't really, but I like them part as the set, if that makes sense. So, I agree. And even once again, like usually with these like really like boutique movies, you know, you got dual slips covers. I really like the new commissioned art for this, so I'm probably going to keep that, but I do like to have at least one. If it's going to be on the front, I'm going to have like the slip cover or the inlet, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the actual poster. So then you got this is why I also like to buy these, because they come with books. And I do read these, and they have like really cool little information about the movie and cast and pictures and stuff like that. And this is like one of my favorite werewolf. Like that's kind of common, but it's like werewolf movies are like my favorite. In terms of like, I know I kind of like have more movies that are related to vampires and like other stuff, but like werewolves to me are just, I think I just like werewolves much better than vampires and stuff like that. And then this is another, I don't know why I don't hang these up, but they all come with like a really cool poster. And like, I would love to post this one up in my man cave downstairs. But after seeing this one, actually, I really just like that as well. That to me seems more, that might be the one I actually hang up. So that's one of my purchases from Barnes&Noble. As soon as I saw it, it was the last one. So I'm like, you know what? Like, me and my fiance kind of have a thing where it's like, if it's the last one, it's like, it's fate, it's coming home with me kind of thing. So that's just how we feel about that. So I also bought something from Best Buy, and then I'll go back to Barnes&Noble, and you'll understand why I did it this way. First up is the True Romance Arrow 4K edition. This is just like the one that I just showed you, because I'm only going to do it. I'm doing it this way for very particular, because you got it's the standard DVD case. And then you got your postcards and stuff like that. Because I really love True Romance movie. This movie it's really good. I like Tony Scott as a director. Sadly, that when I learned he passed away, I'm like, oh my gosh, and like it really did like this is the first movie that came to mind when I because like I'm a huge fan of this movie, and there's the other side of the thing. So I'm just a big fan of this movie. I really am. Oh, and then once again, it comes with the theatrical poster of the movie, which I always turn around because the box art is usually the new commissioned art piece and everything. And this does have like new special features and everything, because the only other edition that I have of True Romance in, which I'll get to in a second, is when it came in the Tarantino box set. That was the only other version I owned of this movie, and I really didn't like the interface for that, like the menu system for that particular version of the movie, because the movie just starts up right away, and then you have to actually kind of select the theatrical or the director's cut, which this does have both versions of the movie, and it was just trying to get commentary going and everything, and it was kind of a pain. So I usually don't watch that just because of that particular reason, and that's kind of why I'm like, you know what, I'll invest in a kind of hopefully a better menu system. That's and then as always, like with the American Werewolf, you got a book, which I'm really excited to read stuff about this, and because this is the one Quentin Tarantino movie that he didn't direct it, he wrote it. Right, it's up there with Natural Born Killers, even though that Quentin's kind of not really he's like, that's not my movie. But even though it is even it has his dialogue in it, but it's more of an Oliver Stone movie than it is a Quentin Tarantino movie, if that makes sense. And where this one does feel like a Tony Scott film, but it has a Quentin Tarantino feel to it because of the dialogue and stuff like that. And then it has a poster, and I really would like to put the new commissioned artwork on a poster in a frame, because I do have a lot of Arrow movies. I would like, actually, I wouldn't mind hanging that one up. I do like the theatrical poster as well, but I just like the new commissioned artwork. I think that looks really cool. I need to get the dimensions so I can start like buying frames and stuff, because I think these would be pretty cool to put down or hang up. And so it does have a lot of cool, it has actually some like select scene commentaries and stuff like that, which I don't think this one had. So it's all new and everything. So I'm excited for that purchase. That was when I first walked into Best Buy. I'm like, oh, I enjoyed that one. That was like, oh, I didn't realize that was out. I picked it up, grabbed it. I could have walked out there with like 5, 6 more movies. I could have gotten like the 4K version of Halloween, like the John Carpenter one, the 4K Escape from New York, Candyman. What was the other? Life Force. What was some of the other ones? Like, they were like big name releases from Best Buy, and I thought Best Buy was starting to get rid of their movie selection. So maybe when I go pick up my pop vinyl from there in a couple weeks, I'll maybe purchase a couple more things. So now this gets me back to Barnes&Noble, and this is the only difference between the two. Well, actually, there's a couple differences. It's like you got different artwork. This is the Steelbook edition. So I had already bought the other version of True Romance from Best Buy first, and then we hit like 2 or 3 more stores, and then we came into this little shopping mall which had a Barnes and Noble. And I'm like, oh, like I mentioned, like the 50% off sale and stuff. I'm like, I'll go in there, pop in, and I was going to pick up a new version of the Reanimator, because I have a Steelbook version of the first movie that just doesn't match with the other ones that I have. So I'm like, you know what? Like, I'll just get a new one and just sell that one off. But I'm like, but they had it, but I just didn't really like feel wanting to buy it quite yet, because I'm still holding out on that really cool edition for it. That one I may have to spend a little bit of money on. But then I seen they had this. It took me a minute to me wandering around the store and everything, and they actually have the Steelbook. And this is like one you could just buy it by itself, but I really wanted it for the box as well. And so it comes with the what's it called? Oh, it comes with a sticker. Oh, I didn't realize that. That's cool. And has new artwork has different artwork for the disc. So it's like really truly different. No, there's it must be. Oh, it is a sticker. I thought it might be a tattoo, like a tattoo or something. So you could just buy the Steelbook by itself, but I'm like, I really wanted this edition because I really liked this artwork as just as much as that one. And pretty much, I think the poster will be, I'm sure the book's the same, but then you got the other new commissioned poster to go along with it, which I think I'll probably frame this one if I had to pick one of the two. So this is probably the one I will frame. I really enjoy, and then the other side is the theatrical. So maybe I can do both, but I don't have that much wall space to do all these posters. Because I'm still trying to collect all my Sharknado posters. That's a story by itself and for another day. But that's what I bought. Those are my hauls. I just got a few things. I enjoyed out shopping. I probably will go back to Barnes&Noble one of these days and get some Criterion movies. But I was mainly going after Arrow movies for today. I do have a lot of videos planned for the next month. So this coming month, I got my All Elite crate, my wrestling crate box unboxing. I got my pro wrestling tee box later this month. What else do I have? I got my Vinegar Syndrome reviews because I had watched The Cloak and Dagger, so that review will be coming up. I cannot wait to do a review for that one, which I'll be back downstairs in the basement for that one. I just did a table for this particular video. And I think that's it. And then once again, don't forget about the live stream that I am the Ice Lord going to be doing on July 21st, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time. And we're going to be talking about a Serbian film. That's what we're going to be talking about once again. So that is all. Thank you for watching. I am the one and only MSJ, Max for short, and all I can really say is thank you, and click subscribe, hit the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, all that fun stuff, and thank you.